Hi, I'm Scott Patrick of the Dish Studio. We feel so lucky to bring you behind-the-scenes coverage of your favorite movies, TV series, and pay-per-view sports all year long. And as we wrap up this year, 2017, and get ready for 2018, we thought we'd bring you some of our favorite stories and interviews of the year. So let's start with a few red carpet favorites and a few stars that actually invited us to pull up a chair. From Larry David, who plays Larry David, to Sam and Katrina, you also know them as Jamie and Claire. How many times a day does somebody come up to you and go, "You look a lot like Scott Patrick from Dish"?
It happens very frequently, and I'm getting a little sick of it, to be honest. But I'm proud. I'm proud to be associated with yourself.
How many times a day does somebody come up to you and go, "When are Jamie and Claire going to get back together? When?" How many times?
A few. I've heard it a few.
All right, so I have a question. When are Jamie and Claire going to get back together?
You're not going to have to wait that long.
Seems like the red carpet could be the ultimate chat and cut.
Yeah, it's your basic nightmare. Yeah.
I'm sorry to be a part of it.
Rarely do them.
I know, I appreciate you doing this. So,
believe me, I'm not doing it for you.
the other thing I guess you hear every day is, "Oh, would you do me a favor and take a picture and yell into my cell phone and..."
The cursing people out, that's my job.
All right, will you cuss out the Dish customers and tell them why they should watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Dish customers, you need to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. And if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house and get you.
All right, let's start with the hard questions.
Let's dish.
Your name is?
Pete Holmes.
And you play?
Pete Holmes.
Imagine that. Apparently you did. All right, so how did you research the character?
I really just spent a lot of time talking to him in the mirror, asking him how he feels about certain situations, really getting to know his sense of humor.
Funny guy.
His sense of humor grew on me. At first I wasn't a fan, but he's all right.
Thanks very much. Great to see you. What a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry for all the dish jokes. These are the best comedians in the world. We can't come up with something better than let's dish? I'm sorry.
What's a god? They're real if you believe in them. So who are you? You wouldn't believe in me if I told you.
I never say OMG, but the poster says OMG, and I found myself saying OMG watching this. I do say WTF a lot, and I was saying that quite a bit.
That could possibly be the new tagline.
Well, that's great. Isn't that nice? It's a nice reaction to get from people.
The obvious question is, what's a nice girl like you doing in a world like this?
Oh, no,
How did you get here?
I keep asking Brian Fuller, "Are you sure?" Like, he called me and he said, "Have you read the book?" And I said, "Not yet, but I've heard of it." He said, "Read it." I read it and he said, "What do you think about Ostaria?" I said, "Are you high? Like, what? I can't play that. What?"
And some of my other favorite moments on Dish Studio this year involved interviewing the interviewer, Andy Cohen, who hosts Watch What Happens Live, and another interviewer who says "Good Morning America" every morning before going on to her day job on Flea Market Flip, Lara Spencer. We also sat down with the guy who looks a lot like Diplo, but he kind of reminded me of a guy on Dawson's Creek a few years ago. What's up, fam?
Hey,
How many days you get that,
fam?
right?
What's up?
Do you have the horn with you?
Yeah, he's the expert. He's our human horn. Yeah.
If you never hear that horn again,
I don't know. I'm still enjoying it.
I love it.
I love it.
I
too.
love
Yeah.
a good air horn.
Yeah. It's gonna be my ringtone. It's a great punctuation mark.
Yeah.
For any occasion.
it's great to have you on Dish.
Thank you.
And let's get the name first. It is pronounced
Lara.
Spencer.
Spencer.
Spencer?
Yes.
Spencer? Spencer.
Yes, Spencer.
Very good.
And you're
Okay.
Scoot, right?
I'm Scoot.
Okay, good.
Scoot McPatrick.
Okay,
yes,
good. Perfect.
My friends call me that.
Welcome
Maybe
to our
too soon?
workshop. What do you think
This
of?
is so cool.
Isn't it cool? You're getting to see behind the scenes at Flea Market Flip. We don't let a lot of people in here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's special. You and I have kind of similar paths. I worked for ABC News as a repertorial producer. I worked with a guy named Stone Phillips for a few years. And you were working at CBS a little bit after that with Dan Rather and walking around with him. And I think, what did he call you? Something like a...
Wow, what did he call me?
It's such a great line.
Oh my gosh, find that quote.
A young nuclear power plant of energy.
I love it.
That's such a Dan Rather thing, isn't it?
I love it. Wow, he called me that?
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah.
Heavyweight champion, Nature Boy.
Great idea to do this documentary. I had a one-word response. I think you can guess what that was when I heard about it. Woo! How did you know? How many times a day does somebody come up to you and tap you on the shoulder and go, woo, and go act like they're the first person who's ever done it?
Well, they don't necessarily tap me on the shoulder, but I get it a lot every day. But it's good.
Good. You never think like.
I don't know.
Yeah. Here on Dish Studio, we always give you a front row ringside or octagon side seat to your favorite sporting events. And this year was the best in recent memory. 2 legitimate events of the year, decade, century. Maybe not century, that might be going a little too far since we're only 17 years in. But whoever thought we would see Mayweather versus McGregor or Canelo versus Triple G?
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Today was your first day face-to-face. What was your impression of him?
He's a warrior. He's a fighter. You can look at him and see he's a fighter. And he's going to fight his heart out.
Connor, this is the first time you came face-to-face with Floyd.
Yeah.
Your response?
I just think he's a frail little man, so that's it. His little legs, little core, small head. It was a real fight. I'd rip him limb from limb.
And now Gennady will go for the kill.
I've seen you in 2 boxing events this year. The first one against Daniel Jacobs, and then in May, you were in the audience. You had better seats than I did. I don't know how you got those great seats, but you did. And then the best part of the night was after the fight. In fact, I was so excited, I took my phone out and took pictures.
Oh, yeah.
How excited were you when you saw your name and his name finally together?
I remember my emotion, wow, this is true. Wow, this is unbelievable, like that.
Hi there, I'm Jessica York, and I have the greatest job in the world, taking you behind the scenes of some of your favorite TV shows. This year, I got to meet some of the biggest stars in the world.
Jessica.
Yes, Morgan.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
A common theme in a lot of your movies is an ordinary person coming in encounter with extraordinary beings, which is exactly how I feel right now.
It's like a breath of fresh air with a side of tissues, because I can't get through an episode without crying.
Welcome back to TV. I
Thank
can't
you.
believe that your TV audience has been waiting since Remington Steele.
You can wait no longer. I'm back.
I gotta say, you look dynamite in a skirt. I'm a little bummed that you're wearing pants.
And I'm bummed that I have pants on, too.
I tell people I'm playing Madoff. Have I got a deal for you?
You're becoming a hardware hoarder.
I know. I don't know quite how I get these back to New York. This is a flight risk, isn't it?
You seem to look like an A-lister.
I borrowed the hair from him, so I hope he's flattered. And he inspired the hair, not the character.
Does Brian Grazer know that?
I don't know. I guess I'll find out.
You know, if I was a network and I was thinking of doing my very first scripted series, you guys are exactly who I'd want to do it.
Thanks.
Very kind. Yeah. Good. Do you think Selena will make a run for the White House again, or?
Who's to say? We got to write it first.
She might have another spa visit.
Who knows? Anything's possible. All bets are off.
In 2017, I spoke to the cast of some of the best shows on television. It's a dirty job, folks, but somebody had to do it. It is so good to see you here. I was heartbroken at the end of season 5 when you died, but you came back to life. That must be a really hard thing to keep down in terms of spoilers. How did you guys do that?
That wasn't fun doing that. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to be a walking spoiler.
I feel like this character was made for you, was written for you. How did you feel playing her?
It was fun. She talks 100 miles an hour, so it was always like, oh my gosh, here we go. I drank a lot of coffee.
It must be fun as an actor to be able to portray a character in 3 different decades.
It is the job of a lifetime. Again, I'm very aware, like, this is as good as it gets, Mandy. Like, savor every single second.
I feel like there is something very special about This Is Us.
It's a combination of things, great writing, great directing, and a wonderful, wonderful cast where all of the actors are really good at what they do.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Evidently, everybody is very excited. What would you like to say to fans about coming back 11 years later?
Just that we are coming back because of your response to that video we did in September for the election, to your response to the musical video we did. We're coming back for you because you said, please, can we have some more?
When I'm not on the red carpet or in the studio, I go on location to truly peel back the curtain of your favorite TV shows. And you know, I'm always surprised what I learn when I'm there with the stars. They've been prepping all morning. It's about an hour before the show. And just like a real house, you've got your laundry room, your living room, your kitchen, your dining room, your bedroom. But unlike a real house, you look up and look at all those lights, cameras, microphones. And that, folks, is how TV magic is made.
Today on Home and Family.
6 seasons in television, that is not easy.
No, it
Let's be
doesn't
honest.
happen. You
It
really
doesn't.
never hear someone say, we got a 6th season.
Antron, it is great to catch up with you because you are not an easy guy to catch up with. You're very, very busy.
We're all over the place all the time. Like you see, you're in this is my office here at the racetrack.
I like your office, yeah.
You know, this is what I do week in and week out, and I have a lot of fun doing it. But you know, this sport caught my eye at an early age through my dad and uncle. But I'm definitely living that American dream out here racing NHRA Top Fuel Racing.
Well, thank you for having us in your hometown, Aspen, Colorado.
It's great to have you on the gondola. We're riding up Aspen Mountain, and I like to think of this as my transportation to work, you know, because I'm a skier, so I don't take a bus or a car, I take a gondola.
Wow, gosh. Beats my commute in LA.
Don't feel sorry for me.
Some people think my job is all fun and games, and this year, they were right. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
I thought I was just gonna bring it back and I was gonna give you lamb.
Thank you. Now, would you like to know how you've been as a guest?
How do you think I did?
43. This is how we do That was the theme song. Yay.
Nice meeting you.
Wait. Woo! Oh my God. Awesome, Chris.
Our field reporter, Dariani Santana, seems to have fun wherever she goes, on the red carpet, visiting the homes of celebrities. And this year, she zoomed around a NASCAR track at 160 miles per hour.
We're in Charlotte, North Carolina at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I'm about to get a look at the behind the scenes of a NASCAR weekend. But you can't do NASCAR unless you have the right wardrobe.
Miss Santana, your wardrobe is here.
Thank you. Now this is super legit.
Have to create a waistline in these jumpsuits.
Here we go.
It is a great night to be a girl. I'm at the season premiere of season 6, Girls' final season, here at HBO. Let's see what the stars have to say. First of all, work that up to. Work
Ariana Grande is
oh
in
my
the
God.
Also, your look is nothing to sneeze at.
Thank
so
you.
That means a lot coming from you and that knitwear cold shoulder combo.
Thank you. Well, first of all, fun fact, I was actually an extra on this season.
No way!
Which
Where?
scene? The one, I think it's the Ganzo War. I don't want to give out too much of
You're
it.
in this episode we're airing tonight.
Oh,
yes, you're gonna see yourself.
Okay, no big deal, no big deal.
This is a shaving horse, and this is one of the things that I plop right outside of my house, and then I actually still use it, which is really cool. A shaving horse was used primarily for holding a piece of wood, and I can basically shave it down, and it's quicker than you think. And you know what? Come on, just real quick.
Okay,
Try
okay,
it.
okay.
You can do it. Hop on. You won't get splinters.
I won't?
Her name is Brooke,
It looks
and she'll
like-
be good to you.
Okay.
So push it forward.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
Okay, don't be. It's not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
You just
I did it!
There you go.
Oh my God, I'm doing something. I'm doing something carpentry-ish.
Oh, you're really gonna want this house when I show you upstairs.
I want this. What's upstairs?
This is for the ladies. One of the coolest things is closets. And they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger because ladies have more shoes. So what we did is make a complete gigantic closet for the ladies and put in a rotisserie, which is basically glass shelving that will come around. They're all lit up, and they will basically display your shoes. So we got 250 lady shoe rack that'll come around.
Did I mention I want this house?
From all of us at Dish Studio, have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. We can't wait to see you in 2018. I'm Scott Patrick in the Dish Studio.